black vest has a gun just here?
We're all gonna go with these gentlemen now, okay?
Excuse me?
Go?
No.
No. I don't think... Is this...
Welcome back, everyone. We're here. We made it to the last 2 episodes of Season 2. Season 2 has been... I think it's been a slower season. I would say the highlight thus far has been Shiv. Seeing her kind of... not necessarily like rise per se, because I think she's definitely had like moments where, like at that dinner table with the Pierces, like that was like, ooh, that was awkward to watching her kind of like spill the beans in a way to like corner her father. But overall, I generally love the amount of Shiv we got this season. I will say Kendall, I need Kendall to get his groove back. You know how Stella got her groove back? I need Kendall to get his groove back. I'm just waiting for him to like, I know he feels trapped and not only trapped, but like guilty. I think it's a combination of trap, guilty, understanding that his father has him like under thumb. It's not that I want to see Kendall like move on, because I don't think this isn't something a person moves on from, but I don't know how to put it. Like, it's so difficult for me to like where do I want Kendall to go from here? It's hard to say like I want him to move through this, because there's a part of me that says like, it's not like does he get to like move on from this? I don't think there is a moving on from this. It's like it's always going to be with him. But at the same time, I don't want this like Logan Soldier. Like I need shades of season 1 Kendall back. The one that was always trying to stab his father in the back. So hopefully in season 3 we get more of that Kendall back. Like he's been pretty submissive all season. So that's what I want going into next season. But as for the finale, Weisel, I think that's his name, right? Weasel Weisel. I am so thrilled. He is not like taking his foot off Waystar's neck. And I want him to keep pushing and keep going forward. But the thing is, Rhea. It's like Rhea is the one who's like put in the position to get steamrolled by this. And so it's like, it's not even going to be satisfying when it happens. Ugh, I hate that. I really do hate that. Like, I want them to get their comeuppance, particularly Logan, but at the same time, it's like, it's Rhea who's in the position to get screwed over. Damn, can't even enjoy it. Anyways, let's get into these last 2 episodes. So grab a drink, grab a snack, whatever it is you like to do when you watch your favorite reaction. Just get comfortable and let's get to
an exclusive interview with Waystar Royco whistleblower James Weisel. Sexual exploitation, violence, theft, plus a host of other crimes, all of it hidden by cover-ups and corruption to avoid damaging him.
Cover-up, sexual exploitation and harassment, and a lot of it actually committed by the man in charge, Lester McClintock.
Uncle Mo.
They're really sitting down and watching this like it's a movie. They got snacks and everything.
Tom Wamsgans. I believe he tied off a lot of loose ends.
Hey, banging on the tom-tom.
Nope. Your mom and dad should be so proud.
Their behavior is so disgusting.
And what does that mean?
That means it's a sex worker or a migrant worker at a foreign port.
No real person involved. And these shadow
I can't watch any more of this.
Because you know you're trash. Deep down you know you're trash.
It's bullshit.
He's breathing. He's breathing. Are you okay? He's breathing. Those women aren't breathing.
Sick bastards.
You're the sick
Do
bastard.
and say anything.
Don't you think
Funny
we should
that
watch
he's
those
calling
so we
other
can...
people sick bastard. Like, y'all are all the sick bastards.
I don't need to see this nonsense. I'll watch it later.
Neither they.
I hope you all go down.
You want to hear what I think? I think we say the truth.
Say more.
That the senior cadre here and the family knew nothing of this. Mo, bad apple. Jim Weasel, bad apple. I'm afraid we give up Bill, because he should have let us know what he discovered, rather than clean up without telling us the details. I don't think there's going to be paper that shows anything beyond Bill.
I like Bill. I mean, Bill tried to clean up. I like Bill.
It seems like Bill is where the buck stops, though.
No, because Tom and why can't cousin Greg sign for them papers? They're all so awful.
I'm just off the phone, and it's definite. Either Gil or Gilliard are gonna call for hearings.
Ooh,
wait a minute.
yes, congressional.
Commerce, probably House too.
Yes.
How to choreograph, but after the interview, they want to fast track and roll it into the tourism regulatory hearings they're cooking up. So.
No! I can't have this now.
Do you just scream like a toddler? Jeez.
I want your help.
To do what?
Oh, yeah?
I need you to chase down the sovereign wealth money.
You're sending him. Isn't that the Middle East?
Can you do it?
I want to say yes. I mean, I can say I can do it.
You act the knuckle, but you know, people like you.
It's a really big fucking deal to set up.
Getting them into bed, that's hard.
For some.
You can do it.
Okay. What? No, I'm not supporting them, but like, I'm still supporting them. It's so interesting to see him, and this is all manipulation.
Keep me close.
Just remember, it is not a courthouse. It is a stage. Okay? Anything goes. Filibuster. Every minute you're speaking, you are stealing from them and their horse shit. Eat, eat, eat those dangerous fucking minutes. Okay?
You bet. Gotcha.
You guys got this. It's a cinch.
Someone's gonna screw up. I can feel it.
Good luck, everybody.
I know. Good. Yeah.
Just who? Greg?
Go team.
Well, is Greg even gonna speak? Who's gonna screw up? I'm trying to think. I feel like Tom would be the obvious answer. Oh, if it ain't Nate.
Just look at the cash flow. We are undervalued. I think tech just had everybody shitting their pants about legacy media, but really, the wheel turns.
Well, it's a lot of debt.
I forgot. That was a...
Amy here is the f***ing master of leverage. She has structured some of the biggest LBOs in history, right?
Guilty as charged.
Yeah. I mean, besides, we'd have a decent amount of in this. And not something of any
Is Roman about to get kidnapped?
concern. Hello? They with you?
Why did I think Roman's about to get kidnapped? That is not that show.
In the black vest has a gun just here.
We're all gonna go with these gentlemen now, okay?
Excuse me?
We're all gonna go?
No.
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 I don't think. Is this. These gentlemen are who exactly?
We'll go with them. Fine.
Excuse, speak up.
Dave,
Who are they?
Dave just walked out. I asked where Dave went.
Dave's not coming.
Why is
Oh,
Dave
Dave's
not
not
coming?
coming.
Yeah.
Oh, hell no.
I would.
Let's get the hell out of here. We need to go. Oh, they're taking the phone. I was joking about him being kidnapped. Is he really being kidnapped right now? What is going on? Is it an abduction?
Business, is it?
No, it is not very businessy.
Oh,
Shit.
It's just an administrative action
what the hell does that mean?
of anti-corruption kind of guys, and they're like, it's like their conference.
What?
The party, and we're all invited.
Can he get specific? What the hell is going on in Roman's storyline right now? If I were him, I'd be like, where's the exit?
Seems that there are a great many of these documents that were destroyed in the course of normal data management and corporate housekeeping.
So there was not a targeted cover-up. The hard drives that were wiped.
It's a normal...
But on Thanksgiving last year, it seems that a number of boxes were targeted specifically.
Greg's about to throw up.
They were signed out to Gregory Hirsch. Is that someone known to you, Mr. Wamsgans?
No, sorry.
No?
No? No, Tom?
You don't know Greg?
Oh, yes, sorry, yes. Known to me.
Oh, goodness.
Okay, what's going on? I was from every direction. Are you me, Shiv?
What?
I'm the patsy.
That's right. Go under!
Everything is fine. Nothing bad is happening here.
I want them all to go under.
Oh my God.
Panic, bitches, panic.
Fuck, man, I just turned down $250 million and now I'm going to jail forever.
Panic, panic, crumble, despair. Yes.
They have someone else for later in the week. Used to work under Lester. Ex-entertainment manager Kira. Someone also knows a bunch of victims personally and details, feels personally responsible. They're prepping her.
Good. Go for them.
Hey, just wanted to say good luck.
Resign, Rhea.
This supposed victim.
Supposed.
Do you think meet up with her, talk, find out what she wants, apologize?
What?
Please.
Don't do it. Don't do it, Rhea. Don't you do it. Don't you do it. Stand up to him, Rhea. Do not give in. Don't give in. It's season 2. These are going to survive, but still.
When I read of the abuses of power alleged in my cruise division, that was the worst day of my life.
You essentially called them ambulance chasers and made it seem like it was all about you.
Your cruises run for profit. Your news runs for profit. Is that any way to keep the lifeblood of a democracy going?
In this country, all news from the Times to the supermarket tabloid is for profit, sir. We don't have a state media. As I'm sure you know, you'd have to go to China or Russia for that.
Is Kendall finally getting his groove back? Because that's what I wanted from the jump. I'm kind of tired of submissive Kendall.
Mr. Logan Roy, what did you personally know about the operation of a system of obfuscation of wrongdoing in your cruise division?
Everything.
Point, I believe my son was across that operationally.
At which point?
At the point he was.
You nasty bitch.
Shadow
You just threw it to.
Madam Chairwoman,
Oh
can I
my
speak
God.
for a moment? Because, I'm here in good faith today.
I'd push him over. I'm gonna put my foot up and kick him.
What this feels to me it's about is your personal dislike of my father, which is ATN, on which you've appeared, I think, 14 times in the last 4 months.
Well, Kendall's got his groove back.
That nothing we can say will be enough, no groveling will be low enough. Today, you're the one with the bias. So I say go ahead. Hit us as hard as you can.
I'm so conflicted. I'm finally getting the Kendall that I want. Oh God, comment in the background. I'm finally getting the Kendall that I want, but at the same time, I hate this. I hate this.
I'm not going in.
You're leaving it to me.
Yes.
Siobhan, you don't have to do
If
this.
you want to, go ahead.
If she speaks and she's compelling, then that's it for my family's company.
Okay, then that's it for it.
I do have to.
Okay, go ahead. Swim around in the trash that your family's at.
Hi, Shivroy. Thank you for seeing me. I'm here to listen and to try to understand. I think you're brave.
Oh, piss off.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. Screw you for that bullshit. I think you're brave. I'd spit in your face the second you said that. Stop. Get away from that
my
woman.
Dad?
This is so nasty and predatory.
Your firm has been very tough.
Harassment?
Yeah. Don't want to accuse you.
No, it's perfectly possible.
Lady, get away from Shiv. Walk away from Shiv right now.
I want the Houston story to come out. How she went overboard and there was no rescue attempt because they thought it was a stowaway. No real person involved.
A stowaway, Jesus. That's how you'll see human life.
And the good thing is, you're gonna have a lot of people on your side.
God, lady, stop. She's manipulating you. She is not your friend.
And I will destroy the men who ran that dirty operation.
Don't you buy it.
I will kill them for what they've done.
You will kiss
And I
them
want
for
you to
what
help
they've
me.
done. You will sleep with them for
We
what
will
they've
be
done.
the best-
Girl, no. Don't buy it. She is of their ilk.
Would you help me?
Just because she's a... No.
Well,
No,
it sounds...
I hate this. I hate women who use their woman.
Can I trust you?
No, don't. She's the worst kind of woman out there. Women who use their womanhood to manipulate other women on the behest of men.
You did great.
Thank you.
It must have been tough, but you did it. She dropped out, personal reasons. Yeah, you did good.
Thank you.
Did you ever have an editor who put a hand on the sweater? Well, things were done differently in those days.
Was Lester McClintock a friend of yours?
No, I wouldn't say he was a friend.
You once told me he was a close friend. You told me that. I'm not sure it works any longer.
So what do you want?
I'm not sure I want to work for you.
Good.
Fine. Little Miss Prem. You know who I am.
I think it's changed. I can't see the bottom of the pool.
The way he's trying to flip this on her.
I could always find someone else.
And find someone else. You.
Then plunge me. Go ahead. Try.
Good. Screw him. Shiv. All of them. Good for Rhea. The way he tried to turn it on her like you knew. Like, shut the hell up.
Time for a blood sacrifice.
I hate all of you. Look at this. Nasty father, nasty daughter. Oh, I can't wait to see them all fall. This better end with them falling. Next episode. Succession episode 10. This is not for tears. I think I said it last time. This is the first time I've ever watched a show where I don't root for any character.
What do you
think? It's a very strange feeling.
Hey, is that her?
No, stop asking. I'll tell you. Okay. You excited?
Yeah.
Who's her?
Is this person? Is she still definitely into it?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, she's all primed.
Okay.
Yeah, we FaceTime. She's lovely.
It's the dream. I mean, it is. Threesome.
Oh.
It's amazing.
Oh, lovely.
I just keep thinking about things I wish I said to the senators. Like, I almost wish I just started out with, like, no woman, no cry. Like, what if I said no woman, no cry to every single question?
Right.
Or, like, I volunteer as tribute.
The way they write these characters to be completely detached from reality, I can only imagine. I hope that people who are of this wealth really aren't this detached. Like, it's just a dramatization.
In 4 seasons, right? How did you escape? Did you like build a glider out of a Caesar salad?
You know what? It was actually scary, and we thought that they might kill us.
Sorry, dude.
No, it's all right.
Seriously.
Oh, yeah. You know, they raped me a little, but I'm no hero. Parentheses, I'm an incredible hero.
The kid did good.
Hey, that's fantastic.
God, Roman looks messed up, understandably.
I did think, and I thought, they were going to vacuum out my innards. And thought, if we come through this, is there a thing where we, like, talk to each other about stuff?
Oh. Oh, wow. Okay, Roman, I see you. Okay.
Talk about the big shit. Yeah, we can talk about the big shit. We can talk about our feelings.
How am I the mature one here?
We
don't. Y'all need a therapist. A shrink. Tie y'all down until you get serious. I wonder if I think Roman was being very sincere. And I get they probably laugh because it's Roman. They don't really see it as something genuine. He's always making jokes or wisecracks. And I guess on some level they also don't want to get real in any way, shape, or form with their issues.
What's the situation?
Well, the kid did great.
We got an hour, pitched hard, and yeah, they say they want in.
Too modest. He killed. You should put a gun to his head more often.
No. Let's not do that to the man.
That's great. That's
Roman, you
fantastic.
good?
I think I actually do have to say it feels like it is probably horseshit.
Come.
Okay, Roman.
But if they're rebalancing their portfolio, it's insane to do it with one 10-bill mega deal rather than a ton spread across different sectors.
They said yes.
Well, sure, they said yes, and maybe it's real. Maybe.
there's a 10 to 20% chance that you make what, like 100 million here? That's very exciting.
Ooh.
We could be fucked. Because it gets out we're looking at this kind of money, it's going to be politically horrible. If we fail, we lose the proxy vote and we die, right?
Okay. Oh, where has this Roman been? Maybe he needed to go through a hostage situation.
Me? I never did anything, really. A good Catholic lad who couldn't even take his undershirt off in front of his wife. Ex-wife. What the fuck she is. While all the rest behave like a pack of stray dogs. No.
You're in charge of them. You like to be the boss, don't you? Get your dogs under control. Man, screw you. They're throwing a pity party. Screw you.
Hey, Pa! I need some help on reviews.
The play?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Just spritz of praise, some poster toppings. The Chronicle.
I do not like to lean on my people.
I mean, you brought down a Canadian government over grain subsidies. You can't give me one fucking lousy review?
Hey, easy. I hear you just 500K on a fake...
It's $500,000 a week. I've got Austerlitz. I've got my campaign, and I'm not super liquid, so I'm just a little 100 mil.
I'll toss you overboard.
A little 100 mil. But you have to quit your campaign.
Floating policy? I got feelers. I got the... It's a horse shit pipe dream.
Thank you.
Everybody thinks you're a joke.
Mm.
And you're embarrassing me.
Sir, you are an embarrassment to yourself.
Could I watch? I mean...
Oh, yeah.
Or, even better, could she watch us?
I mean, I would have to see if she's, but it's...
Yeah, like, fine. I mean, I'm sure I will. There's a chance that I might not be able to perform. Because
Oh,
I don't
Tom,
know,
no.
probably because I haven't done a stadium gig before.
Does he not want to have this threesome?
Or she could not watch. We could put her in the bathroom and she could look through the keyhole.
Oh, he doesn't want it.
I don't know how. I don't feel that naughty tonight.
Mm.
Sorry.
No.
No,
I thought it would be something that we could do that would be exciting for us.
No, it's...
That's okay.
Just roll her eyes.
I just, it's a big time.
Yeah, no, of course.
I'm sorry. I am. And he loves me. He does. I think it's just a wrong kind of love expression.
And he loves the broken.
I mean, if you're in love with him, one could say you love the broken him too, because he's very much broken right now. I mean, if anyone would understand the broken him, loving that version, it would be Logan and Naomi, considering she caught feelings for him at his lowest.
We are a family. So, I think the obvious choice is me.
Okay.
I need one meaningful skull to wave.
Sorry, Jerry. I like you.
There is no one more loyal than Jerry.
You know, Jerry is theoretically kind of perfect.
No. Theoretically. No, that's bullshit. I disagree. No.
Why?
Why do I disagree? Because that's my opinion.
Yeah, but your reasoning.
Seriously, Jerry, to pay for cruises, we take out a senior woman. Haven't we, kidding here, killed enough women already? I mean, I think the obvious choice is, and I hate to say it because he's such a swell guy, is Tom. Head of cruises.
But well...
Why is Roman making the most sense out of this entire episode?
As the fucking beating man, I took the beating.
You got suckered in by Ebis.
I answered the questions.
You don't answer the question.
Is she gonna defend her husband or not? He said no to the threesome, so she's not gonna defend him.
Looks logical.
What?
Cruises, document destruction.
What?
I'm not saying that it should be. I mean, I'm saying you're like family, which is good, but also not family.
You know, it's funny because he was the one who wanted to go public with this and have a press conference.
I just throw myself over the side. Cash straps, just strap me into that sweet, sweet golden parachute and toss me in the volcano. So, old Richelieu here, skulking around in the background, pulling the strings.
This is just a joke to them, right? Like, they're literally coming up with stories. They don't get it. None of them do. They don't actually recognize those women as human beings who were hurt, lives lost. They don't care.
Told me you wanted an open relationship on our wedding.
Tell me about it. Tell me about it.
You've been stewing on that?
Well,
Yes.
I have to.
Yes, don't minimize that.
If I think about it, I think a lot of the time I'm really pretty unhappy. I wonder if the sad I'd be without you would be less than the sad I get from being with you.
One could wonder. One would have to wonder. Damn, Tom. I could see you staring at it from behind them glasses.
You okay, Tom?
Jesus. Tom, you good?
What the
Thank you, Logan.
Tom?
Thank you for the chicken.
Why was this the best moment of this episode? At least Tom's good for a laugh.
The hearings. You did so well. And now, you're the face. You'll admit that you knew everything and that you directed the cover-up.
Wow.
Okay. Okay?
You know, at this point, just take a knife and stab it in your child's belly. Just do that. Just pick up a knife and put it in your child's belly and call it a day. It's the fact, listen, I think it's the fact that it's your child.
Did you ever think I could do it?
Do what? The top job?
He's gonna...
Well, I don't know, maybe.
You couldn't even lie and say yes.
You're not a killer. You have to be a killer. Shall we?
Damn. Honey, there are too many railings around here for you to be so callous. I would have tossed your ass over one of them.
Ken? Come on, really? Dad, no.
Thank you, Roman. Like, listen, I think it's your brother, it's your sibling, it's your child. Like, at least Roman seemingly gives a shit about his brother.
Yeah, I'm good.
And Roman, you're taking over as full chief operating officer.
Oh, yeah?
Can you handle it?
Yeah, Dad, that's really exciting.
No, wrong. It's great.
This is what I've been missing this entire episode. Actual human connection. Thank you, Roman and Kendall, because I'm not going to lie to you. I don't love this episode. Thank you, Kendall and Roman, for that moment. Some form of genuine, like, damn, man, this effing, like, thank you, Kendall and Roman. Thank you. You see, just that one tiny moment of Roman. Oh, thank you, Roman. Best part of this episode. I'm not gonna lie to you all. I'm gonna be so honest in the reactions. I don't care for this episode. Roman and Kendall just saved it for that one tiny scene. Great acting by Kieran Culkin and Jeremy Strong. I've never watched a show like this before. I've never consumed anything like this that is where I don't root for any of the characters. I don't like them, don't connect to them, which is why I was so grateful to have that Roman Kendall moment, because I'm a sibling. I'm like, hell no. I have a sibling, and just to see those connections between them, it's just like, and the way Shiv just like looked at Kendall's like, well, you're going overboard, Tom, I got you. Like any bit of conflict, anything. any kind of emotional distraught something. Just oof. They're all just horrible. Thank you. I don't know if that was a scripted like moment where it looked like there was just tears in their eyes, like the two brothers looking at each other. I don't know if that was a script or just them as great actors really bringing some kind of heart and humanity into that scene. Even the girl behind him, I think her name is Jess, she's looking at him nervously, like, geez, just those little moments of care is what I need. I just got heartlessness all throughout these last 2 episodes. Just selfish heartlessness.
I have an announcement to make about wrongdoing at Waystar Royco, and it has been suggested I would be a suitable figure to absorb the anger. The truth is that my father is a malignant presence, a bully and a liar, and he was fully personally aware of the...
Yeah.
Guess.
Okay, Kendall.
My father keeps a watchful eye
He's killing
over
him.
every inch of his whole empire. I have with me today copies of records.
Oh.
His reign ends.
Well, to be the king, you gotta kill the king.
I'll be providing the documents.
Because I think there are only 2 people who knew about the fact that those copies existed, and that was Tom and Kendall. He told him that night, the night of the crash in the season 1 finale. Kendall got his groove back. And what I feel like he's satisfied that his son killed. Is that a smirk? Like, look at him. Targeting family like I taught him to do. Kill your family, yeah. Because that's what we do. Good Lord. Whoops. I don't know if y'all gonna like this post-episode musings. I don't know. Okay, so that was the last 2 episodes of season 2, and I think I said it in the last reaction, and I'm coming to the same conclusion after watching these 2 episodes. This is the first time I've ever watched something where I don't relate to any of the characters. It's like, in the moments where I do find some kind of relation, it's like it's slight. I don't connect with any of them. I don't particularly like any of them. I can understand them being well-written characters, but I don't root for any of them. They are quantifiably, objectively horrible people. And it's not like, and here's the thing, here's why I like Succession. Because I don't think the writers are positioning these characters to be loved or liked. I don't think they're trying to like fool you into liking them. Like, you know how you can watch murderers in TV shows and like gangsters and they have like a street code. Like, at the end of the day, you're still a killer, and yet you're liking them, like you're rooting for them, like you're rooting for this person who's taken another life, and you kind of let go of those kind of morality because their position is cool. It's like what is it? What do you call it? Because they referenced it so much. My God, Kill Bill. Like, you're rooting for, what's her name? What's the character's name? Beatrice? Even you're rooting for her to like get her revenge, but at the end of the day, she says it. She's an awful person. But you spend the first movie and then the second movie rooting for her to get her child back, to get revenge for what happened to her. She's positioned to be sympathetic in the narrative. But I believe the writer is Jesse Armstrong. I think he's done a really good job at not positioning these characters to be sympathetic within the narrative. I don't find myself sympathizing with these individuals that are being written. I don't find myself rooting for any of them. I can't speak for anyone else if they root for these characters, or I mean, you have moments where they grip you. And they make you laugh, like Tom with the chicken. That was just so hilarious, him eating the chicken off the Logan plate, and you laugh. Like, moments where these characters can draw an emotion out of you is essentially what it's all about in a story. But I think the second it happened, the Roman moment with his brother, with Kendall looking across the table, I really wonder how that moment would have gone too if it was just them, like, alone. I felt a brotherly love there that with so many eyes on them, it couldn't have been expressed. And it's, you also find yourself wondering, even if they were alone, could it have been expressed properly, given how damaged, emotionally, mentally damaged all of the Roy children are. It's just, I'm so grateful to that moment, because I'm not gonna lie to you, like I said, I'm very honest in my reactions. I don't like you know, I'm not gonna sugarcoat it and pretend I like something when I didn't like it. I found this to be a lackluster season 2 finale. It didn't really draw me in. Maybe people like it out there, but it wasn't really my fancy. I'm grateful for the Kendall moment when Roman at that table. That to me was the highlight of both these episodes. Not even the Kendall moment at the end. Like, it's strange. Kendall got his fangs back, so to speak, like his groove back, like something I wanted, because Kendall's storyline wasn't my favorite, wasn't my cup of tea. I felt like it started off really strong, and it pulled me in the sense that we were seeing an after, like Kendall, it immediately picked up like 48 hours after the accident, and I found it so, I don't want to say cool, but yeah, cool. It was an intriguing choice to start so early in, and seeing Kendall have to adjust to reality with him having to live with this man's death on his hands, and how does he navigate that going forward. And that was an intriguing thing. And then I didn't really, I don't know, it bobbed and weaved. It was intriguing initially, but then it kind of just fell flat into being Logan's little bitch, and it didn't really add depth to Kendall's character for me, in a way. Like him hitching up under his father's ass in this trapped space, and then whole Naomi and him shitting himself in the drugs. I don't know, I felt like there was, I understand you want to show him spiral, but it felt like that was the entire season, and I could have done with it less. If anything, yeah, I guess we didn't get that much Kendall as we did in season 1. As for Shiv's character, jeez, as a woman, I think the reason I struggle with Shiv's character is because women like that exist. Women who will work on behalf of themselves because they are connected. The reality is, a lot of women who are in very powerful positions or wealth really find themselves there. Not to say it's all of them, but the majority of women in the real world who find themselves to like real power, real wealth, it's usually because they have it's their father, it's an inheritance, they married someone who's close to it. It's usually those connections. And so what happens is, in order to stay within that realm of power, they will betray their own womanhood, and just, it's a very nasty system that is so real, that happens every single day. That's why there's just something so wonderful actress to make me loathe Shiv. I think it's reaching loathing levels now. Just the gaslighting of Tom at times. It's like, girl, it's okay for Tom to feel angry, and her immediate attempt to minimize the situation in hopes that it'll shut him down. It's like she's like I find Shiv to be a continuous gaslighter. It's like anytime Tom brings up something that bothers him, she immediately tries to minimize it. And in that attempt, hopefully if she makes it less, then Tom will just, oh yeah, maybe I overreacted, maybe you're right, it isn't that big of a deal. Ugh. And Roman took a turn, and I'm not quite sure where it stemmed from, if not his father's belief that he could secure the sovereign wealth fund in episode 9 when he gives him that pep talk. And I guess it's a combination of that as well as the fear he felt with being held hostage. I guess that kind of like, I don't want to say the word snapped him out of it, but I think we saw a shift in Roman coming out of episode 9. It started in episode 9 and coming into it in episode 10, he was very demure. There were still shades of his inappropriate jokes, but he was much more to the point, serious, matter of fact, didn't really waver, less fluff in his delivery. And you can see that Logan, I don't want to say he had a good father moment, but he didn't dismiss his son's opinions like he would in the beginning. He didn't just write him off as moron, or like, what was it in the Born on the Floor episode where he's like, Roman, you're a moron. He's no longer dismissing him. And I don't know, I can't help but wonder, like, it's like the chicken or egg. Would Roman have had a different take if his father treated him seriously from the jump and then just write him off as a moron? Maybe you would have gotten that earlier, or maybe the only way for Logan to have treated him as someone worthy of an opinion, or having an opinion worthy of listening to, is if there was a change in Roman first. It's like, what comes first, the chicken or the egg? Granted, I'm always gonna err on the side of the father more often than not, because ultimately you were the adult in their life, and you really, that relationship you cultivate with a child, really, I always say you can identify a lot of a parent's, how can I put it, I know what I want to say. It's like, how can I get the thought out? When I see children, not, they're no longer children, but adults, like, interact with their parents in real life, it's like you can always kind of tell the nature of that relationship when they're talking to them about something serious. You can really gauge, forget it, I don't know where I'm gonna go with this because it's gonna take way too long for me to get into that. But either way, I do find myself wondering, it's the chicken and the egg question. As for Tom, I think there was always like a petulant kind of air to him, like a childish petulance to him that was on full display in episode 10. How can I put it? It's like he has a tendency to pout. Like, he's very like pouty. It's interesting. Like, he has his moments where he's bare and he's honest and he gets straight to the point about how something affected him, but there are moments where he just takes the like, I don't know how else to explain it. Like, there's just something childish to Tom sometimes, and it's like, dude, you're a grown man, act like it. Oof. But yeah, Tom, I feel like I was wondering it during the reaction, like as I was watching the episode, how much of this could have been prevented if Tom was allowed to, or he was not barred from holding a press conference and coming out with it on their own terms, and maybe they could have hired an independent investigator and really done, because Tom was new at that point. He was coming in and he was brand new. And so you could have really went ahead and said that, the previous leadership followed the status quo that was prevalent with the, how Logan says, oh yeah, someone just puts their hand up your shirt. That's just the way things go. Shout out to Rhea for walking away from this trash ass family. Rhea's the only one with any sense. Walk the hell away from this family. Anyways, the way Logan kind of says, oh, you know, it's the sign of the times. Tom could have used that. Like, that was then and this is now, and it's a changing of the guard. Like, they really could have positioned, like, it's so messed up. This entire scandal could have really worked in Waystar's benefit, like, in terms of moving forward into the future and presenting a new guard and a new face for the company. Things are going to be done differently. Like, you could say that, not to say there still wouldn't be a witch hunt. Well, not even a witch. I don't want to use the word witch hunt, because that's been, no, an actual, like, investigation into who paid off who silenced who. Not to say that there wouldn't have been proceedings if Tom held a press conference and did it the right way. That doesn't eliminate the fact that they could still look into any criminal activity, but at the same time, it could have been shutting a chapter on the way Waystar was ran and moving forward a more progressive approach. But no, Greg ran to Jerry. Jerry did what Jerry was told to do, which, I mean, hey, even that is wrong. You know, Jerry's making a choice to work there. Like, they're all making a choice to work there. They're all trash. Like, Jerry, just because Jerry has those moments where she's like, I don't really agree with it, doesn't make her any less culpable. Like, it's not like anyone's forcing her to work there. She chose to work there. She continued to cover it up. She's well within the thick of it. And judging on her conversation with Roman when, what was it? They're like a tag team CEO. It's like, Jerry's just, yeah, she's just as culpable. Not just as culpable, but she's in it with them too. She's in the thick of it. They all are. So yeah, like I said, I think Jesse Armstrong, sorry, I had a brain fart. I think he does a really good job at balancing characters where you can forget they're in it, like they're making a choice to work for him, to work for this company, to maintain these ways of thought and the presence that such powerful media has in the world, and swaying thoughts and people and movements. And in this case, they did get rid of the woman who was going to go forward. Just they make a choice to work within it. So it's like, just because they have moments where they're like, I dissent, or I'm not comfortable, or you can see, like, even the curly haired black woman who is always behind Kendall. I think her name is it Jess or Jessie? Jessica? Something with a J. Jess? I'm gonna say it's Jessie. Anyways, even her, like, she's making a choice to work there. Like, I get it, everyone needs a job, but there comes a point in time where it's like, this job? You really need this job? You can't find something else to put a roof over your head and food in your stomach and provide this job? So it's like, you have characters where you're able to forget, but then you have characters where I think Jesse Armstrong does not want you to forget who these people are, where they sit in society, who they're a reflection of in the real world. He's not trying to, like, put a wool over your eyes and get you to like these characters and then bait and switch, like, aha, they were horrible all along, and here you were yucking it up with them, and then all of a sudden you're shocked they're horrible people. Like, you know how some writers like to bait and switch and get you rooting for the villains, and then all of a sudden the villain does a very villainous thing and they're like, what'd you think? You think, oh yeah, they were doing all these bad things all along. You chose to, like, he's not baiting switching you with, like, you know exactly who these people are. He lets you in on the conversations they're having behind closed doors. He's not allowing you to delude yourself into believing that these are good people. I like that. Like, even though I did not enjoy, it's not here, when I say I didn't enjoy, it's not like it was lacking good writing or good directing or good acting. That's not what I mean. That's not what I mean when I say I didn't enjoy it. It was not being able to escape from the reality that there is no character I root for. It's like I'm trying to like find a character, like I'm trying to wedge in and like sit myself into the scene in a character that I can relate to, and there's just nothing there for me. There's no one there I can just like situate myself in, and like there's no one for me in this show. And I think just as the show went forward with this scandal, with this awful assault, and the like, just them, what are they called, no real person involved, it's awful. And it's awful because you know their reflection, their real life reflections of families and corporations that exist every day, that you fund, you buy from, you work for, it's like there's no escaping it. Sorry, this got all too real for me. That's why this episode was like, these last 2 episodes weren't enjoyable. Not to say that they were bad. They were not bad at all. They just weren't enjoyable because it was too real. It really, I don't know how else to describe it. Like, you know that this is how these people you work for and have to like, you fund, you work so hard for your money, and then you fund these people who don't even see you as real people. It's just, it's a peek into the lack of humanity that the wealthy, like the billionaires in the middle of the world see people like you or me. Like you're not a real person because you don't make this amount of money. Like your lives mean nothing, and if you die or they steamroll over you, oh well, their worlds keep turning, and you mean absolutely nothing because you don't have a certain amount of money that's liquid or in assets. So I think that's why these last 2 episodes weren't enjoyable for me. It's because I couldn't find anyone to root for. So that was it. Anyways, I would be a liar if I said these weren't well written characters. They are. They're very detailed, too real, and that's what makes it uncomfortable. But it's what makes Succession so damn good. Whew, Lord. Good for Kendall. He's got his groove back, and he showed his daddy he's got that killer instinct. Anyways, if you like this reaction, and I don't know if anybody did, go ahead and give it a thumbs up and tell me what you thought of these last 2 episodes down below, and subscribe, and I'll see you all for season 3. We're getting into season 3, y'all. We're almost there. I would say this is going by fast, but I took forever for season 1, but I'm doing much better with season 2, so take care, everyone. And a special thanks to Kyle.